The Pixel 7a is here and things are heating up in this segment. What? Oh, Baba, I didn't say anything, Baba. Alright, the Pixel 7a launched in a segment where I believe the OnePlus 11R is an undisputed champion. But this makes for a very juicy competition. One is supposed to be a great camera phone while the other is probably just a great phone. So which one do you buy? Well, I think you will get that answer by the end of this video. But let's start with something which matters the most, the camera performance. The Pixel 7a here comes with a dual rear camera system. You will see these specifications on your screen. You can pause the video later and watch them very carefully. While the OnePlus 11R comes with a triple rear camera system. Again, you will see all these specifications on your screen. Now, I thought that the Pixel 7a is going to win this and it's going to be a one-way battle. And it actually does. But OnePlus 11R didn't let that win come easy. It was a closer affair than what I initially thought. Now both these phones click very good images from their main camera. The pictures are nice, sharp, well detailed as you can see in the samples on your screen as well. But the Pixel 7a here has a better dynamic range and its handling of light and recreation is way better than the OnePlus 11R. For example, in this picture, the 7a has maintained the contrast better. The shadows on the chair are very clearly visible and even the pod stand on the right has retained its properties better on the 7a image. Another example of Pixel 7a's color recreation is this image. Here, it has captured the colors of clothes much better. They are true to life, while that on the OnePlus 11R, they are slightly muted. Even the facial tones are sharper and more vibrant on the Pixel 7a. Its wide-angle camera also has a better field of view. Even though both the phones manage to capture good wide shots, you can notice that the Pixel 7a's image has come out sharper. It has also rightly exposed the parts of the building, unlike the OnePlus 11R, which struggles here. Both phones are capable of taking good portrait images. I think both are pleasant as well. But once again, Pixel 7's better HDR performance is on display here. Look how it has captured the sunlight and shadows in the right amount to make this picture look more lively. Both cameras have a very decent low light performance, but both of them can also improve in this area. OnePlus 11R, however, captures brighter and sharper images. Sometimes it does make you feel like there was more light than there actually was at the time of clicking the pictures. Whether this is good or bad, you can decide. Now coming to the selfies, I prefer what OnePlus 11R has to offer. It maintains the exposure well, images were sharp and bright. The Pixel 7a selfies lack that sharpness, plus the edge detection in the portrait mode is not that great. You can see in this picture it has blurred out my specs as well. In general though, Pixel 7a has to be your go-to option if you want to click a lot of pictures, if photography is your preference, because across conditions, across scenarios, it definitely gives you a better camera performance. Also, there are a lot of photo editing tools that it comes with which you can make use of. I have talked about all these features in detail in my tips and tricks videos, which is on the Hindi channel. I'll put the link here so you can go and watch that video only after you're finished watching this one. Now, I didn't have very high expectations from the Pixel 7a when it comes to performance, and even then, I have been disappointed. The Tensor G2 chip has some serious heating issues. The phone gets really warm after 10 to 15 minutes of usage, be it while I was clicking pictures, watching videos, and even during general use cases. Gaming on this phone is another pain point. The OnePlus 11R on the other hand has a much better performance. I'll give you an example. In fact, one day I had the Pixel 7a in my pocket and somehow the camera app got opened and I only realized it 30 minutes later when the phone was really burning. I took it out of my pocket and it was absolutely hot, burning, and this is a genuine issue with this phone. The 11R on the other hand, be it gaming, multitasking or any other thing, it gives you a more consistent performance. It doesn't have as much heating issues. In fact, on the benchmarks, N2T benchmark also, it scores way more than the Pixel 7. I'll put the scores on your screen. You can pause and check them out in detail later as well. So I think the OnePlus 11R has to be your option if you spend a lot of time on your phone, or otherwise if you're looking for a phone which gives you a decent gaming performance as well. Now both these phones have their pros and cons when it comes to design. Honestly, I like the size of Pixel 7a here and what Google has done with it. I'm a fan of compact phones. This one is really good to hold in hand, easy to use, even for people who have a smaller palm. They can use it very well with single hand. But given that there are some design issues here, first of all, this phone doesn't feel that premium. The edges are very thick and the glass stick back catches a lot of fingerprint smudges. But the biggest problem for me are these ugly looking bezels. Now I can't believe that Google has actually made this phone in 2023. The OnePlus 11R on the other hand has a more premium in-hand feel. Its glass back with this shimmering effect looks really great, doesn't catch any fingerprint smudges. There are curved edges on the phone and really slim bezels which give you a more secure and better in-hand feel. It is slightly bigger than the Pixel 7a, but I can look beyond that because of that premiumness that I am getting on this particular phone. The Pixel 7a though comes with a couple of advantages. First is this metal frame against the plastic frame on the OnePlus 11R, which means that this phone is a little more durable and more solidly built. Also, this one has an official IP67 rating, which is missing from the OnePlus 11R. So you get better protection against both water and dust. But even then, I will take the OnePlus 11R for its more premium and better in-hand feel. Now, if you can look beyond Pixel 7a's ugly bezels, which is by the way not so easy to ignore, then the panel is not that bad. I think Google has done a very decent job here. In fact, both these phones come with a full HD plus OLED panel. The Pixel 7a has 90 Hz refresh rate. It's very good to interact with, smooth, seamless, the content looks good. And both these phones also get pretty bright for outdoor use. But again, I prefer the panel quality on the OnePlus 11R for two basic reasons. First, it has 120 Hz refresh rate, so it is definitely smoother than the Pixel 7a. The other is that it is slightly brighter than the Pixel 7a as well. So while watching content or while using the phone in direct sunlight, I had a better experience with the OnePlus 11R than the Pixel 7a. Now both these phones run Android 13 and both of them offer a very clean software experience. I think there was an argument whether which phone would have a longer life, but now even that has been settled because both Google and OnePlus are offering 3 years of software updates. So both of these phones are at par on that front as well. So I'm not taking sides here because both of these phones offer a very good software experience. There are no bugs at all. So I'm leaving it up to you. You decide which one do you prefer, stock Android or Oxygen OS.
आ गए मेरी मौत का तमाशा देखने।
Now this is an area where the OnePlus 11R completely destroys the Pixel 7a. It has a bigger battery, but even the battery backup is so much better than the Pixel 7a. On average, what I got on the OnePlus 11R was about 7 hours of screen on time, while the Pixel 7a only gave me about 5.5 to 6 hours of SOT. And the use case might have been a little different, but what we are doing is Aman is doing a detailed battery drain test of both these phones, which will be up on the channel very soon. So you will get to see what is the battery consumption under different scenarios. But what you need to do is subscribe to Fiiber, press on that notification bell so that once that video is uploaded, you are the first ones to receive that. Now battery is one side of the things, but what is the bigger concern for me are the charging capabilities of both these phones. The Pixel 7a only supports 18 watt of charging, while the OnePlus 11R comes with 120 watt charging support, almost 6 to 7 times faster than the Pixel 7a, and it really shows it makes a lot of difference. Plus, the Pixel 7a doesn't ship with a charger, so you'll have to spend extra on that as well. When the OnePlus 11R launched, when I talked about it first, I said it's going to be very difficult to beat this phone at this price point. It's been 3 months. No other phone comes close. There was a Samsung Galaxy A54 as well, but even that was miles behind the OnePlus 11R. And that's the case with the Pixel 7a as well. Now, this is not a bad phone. I kind of like it, but the OnePlus 11R has a better in-hand feel. It has a better display, good cameras, very good performance, and it definitely offers you a better battery backup and charging capabilities over the Pixel 7a. So if I were you, I would definitely pick this over the 7a. This one is more for an everyday user who do not spend too much time on their phone, plus want a very good camera performance. But even then, you should definitely check out the Pixel 7a, which is selling for under rupees 50,000 right now. But if I talk about this phone in general, it is not a bad phone. I would recommend it once the price goes down rupees 35,000, which should be in like another couple of months. So my rating for the Pixel 7a is 8 out of 10.